Hi, it's me, Chris. Thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so glad to see you. And if you enjoy the video and my other content, please do those YouTubey things like, subscribe, share, comment, etc. Very much appreciated by me. And to my dear friends and returning True Blues, thanks so much for your continued love, support, kindness, and friendship. It means the world to me. So, I have for you today a third diamond painting from Dreamer Designs by Lynn. I hope you enjoy it. And something I think I've been forgetting to say lately too is that anything you might need, like links, like social medias, links to paintings, event stuff, is all linked down below in uh, the description part of the video. So if you need any of that stuff too, just go down there and check it out. So again, I hope you enjoy the unboxing. This is part 3 of 4. There's a 4th one coming, and who knows, it's the middle of November with Black Friday, Cyber Monday coming up. There's other stuff I want, of Hannah Lynn's particularly, but of whatever they're going to be releasing coming up from these shops in the next few weeks. Oh boy, I can't wait to see, just like I'm sure the rest of you. All right, well, enough of me talking. The video is going to be long enough. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy it. Bye, guys. Stay tuned. Here's our box. I always pull the handle off because when you try to put it back in and out of the box, it always snags on the little thing in the inside. So I just rip the handles off because I don't take this anywhere. So today our kit we have is, I actually have the paper over here, Emmaline and Legend. So let's open her up. And actually I could show you, well, let me get this out first. So the diamond painting also comes in, it'll come wrapped up in this little kind of fibery sort of bag, and it's wrapped up in a nice ribbon. So Emmaline and Legend is by Lynn, and the colorist is Allison Twinning. And like I said in the first part of the video, it's nice that they give the colorist credit on here. I don't know how that works. If, you know, like I said, I don't know if Hannah has them colored or Dreamer Design does, or they took it from some sort of social media thing, or however it works. But it's nice that they, however it is that the colorist gets the credit as well. So this is a square. It's 60 by 80, and it has 74 colors, including, we have 1, 2, 3 ABs and 3 of the Dreamer Dust Failure Drills. Here is the color list. Beautiful rainbow colors. Look at all of them. And our actual design right there. Purple unicorn. How can you pass a purple unicorn up? I can't. Sorry. Let's just unwrap. And I will lay that to get flat for a few minutes. Here are our colors. Like I said, color of the rainbow. Greens and yellows, and pinks and blues, and pinks and whites, purples, not aqua, that's teals and magentas and yellows and forest greens and more purples. Alright. Oh, I wanted to say this after the last one I did, and I noticed this when I first opened this up. The one thing I will criticize with the shaking of the finger with, in this case my scissors with Dreamer Designs, these bags, trash, they can barely get closed if you don't have it perfect in there, which again makes me almost don't touch anything, because getting them Okay, oh, they needed to take that off. All right. The closing, the whatever right here is so hard. There's barely anything there, especially on my other one. It barely closed. Actually, it really didn't close. I had to force it as much as I could and get it back in. I was able to still roll it up, but geez, make a bigger lip there to close them. Come on, guys. All right, let's look at our specials here. So in our failure dust, dreamer dusts here, we have this lime green. I'm in bad lighting right now. It's night, and I only have this little lamp overhead, so I really can't see them, but I see them in the camera. You can see some of the dust on it, but in my eye, with this lighting, I really can't. So hopefully when I'm working on it, it'll actually be nice. And then we have this yellow one, and we have just a bit of this green one. This is the easiest one to see, and even in the camera, it's the easiest one to see. So then we go into the ABs, and with our static, I could see already this orange, this light yellow, and then this bright yellow. And yes, they didn't give the number because this is AB 0737. So I don't know why those don't have DMC numbers. This one has a 740. This is a 701, 741, and 907. So let's take a look at the canvas. Oh, here we go. Again, this is like first look, sneak peek, whatever you want to call it. It's not really a sneak peek, but first look at it. Oh, it's just so cute. So what do we have? We have our character, Emmaline, here. And this is Legend. The unicorn here, the rainbow mane. Beautiful rainbow colored eyes. I love the little flower necklace around the unicorn. Here she is. She has her beautiful blondish hair with a headband of probably flowers going down there with her braid. And here she is in this like kind of old schooly kind of country outfit, or European kind of style outfit, whether you call it, or Snow White, whatever you want to kind of call it, that sort of kind of outfit. And in the background we have the beautiful sky, and over here we have trees, and we have birch trees here, and on the bottom we have like tulips, and it looks like a little, what is that, a river it looks like, right? Yeah, I believe so. And tulips on the side, and more trees over here. So, like I said, there is 74 colors, 60 by 80 square, of course. All these are basically squares that I've gotten. So I'm just gonna zip her around this way and take a look. So, yes, beautiful. Let's talk about color blocking versus confetti. This, again, like usual, it is kind of a mixed bag. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. A lot, I would say the confetti is kind of on the outskirts and the color blocking on the inskirts. Meaning, you look at all this area, her apron, all of this is all color blocking. Then this is one color, then this is a couple colors, but not, I wouldn't call that confetti, but then again, lots of color blocking in here. Legend color blocking, and these are on the edges, a couple different colors. Excuse me, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. There were flashing lights outside, and I thought there might have been police or ambulance, but no, it was like a tow-away people. Someone either around here has to get their car towed or something's going on. But they left, so I don't know. Anyways, back to our regular scheduled program. So I was saying, All in this here is basically color blocking. We have some basically more confetti, if you will, or line blocking, I guess, in a lot of ways in the flowers over here. More the confetti-ish, but again, it's with Dream Designs, Diamond Art Club. I don't find them really these confetti. Believe me, the way I look at it, if you've been diamond painting for a while, let's just cards on table. You know, if things are hand charted, there's not really usually tons of confetti in hand charting. At least not the stuff I've gotten. Or, you know, I mean, I don't know if all of Dreamer Designs and Diamond Art Club are hand charted. I mean, I suppose they are, or computer and hand charted, or whatever. Anyways, my point being, if you just rely on renders from a computer, you're going to see tons of confetti, that even in the simplest of designs, because there are areas or extra colors that you don't need. If you watch my videos, you know it's a pet peeve of mine. That drives me crazy, but that's just the way it goes. So people like Dream Designs and Diamond Art Clubs and other kind of more boutique stores who do hand renders, you'll notice that even if it's confetti, it's not like super nutty, crazy confetti, where in general, now there are, I'm sure, exceptions to extremely complex designs. That's a difference. But things like this, there's a lot of different colors down in here for sure. But I don't call this crazy confetti. Now, if this was on a budget kit or quite frankly, a lot of other small company shops that computer rendered it, the amount of colors in here would be a lot more and a lot more scattered out. You wouldn't see a lot of line blocking. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, get off soapbox. I always like to put it that way. To me, there's a clear difference between the color blocking or confetti or I should say confetti in these kind of kits than in other kits. So, moving on. But this is where a lot of the changes of color will happen, down right in here with this river, kind of colorful river, and the flowers. All right. Again, a handful of colors in the trees here. Her hair has quite a number of colors in it. I'm looking at her face. It's looking good as far as the color goes. I'm not going to break out the skin tone colors like I did on the first one. These are the colors on the canvas. Look more peach toned or skin colory toned than they did on my other one. Throughout more of her face and her arms and chest and everything, so that's good. The pinks are always the highlights, and it's going to be there. That doesn't really bother me, so I'm good, happy with that. All right, let's move on to here. Again, we just have a couple colors in here. These are basically a lot of color blocking in these very dark trees. Again, there's an ombre effect of the colors in the main here, but again, it's lots of line blocking throughout all in here. So again, easy, really relaxing diamond painting. Even in here, which when I first saw it, I thought, oh, that might have a lot. No, lots of line blocking slash color blocking, not really super confetti even up in there. So very few areas where there's a lot of concentrated color. Like maybe there's a lot of concentrated different colors in here, but even with that. So, okay, moving on. Now that we've seen that, I'm just going to show you up close the canvas, and we'll search for the special drills after that, so you can see what I mean by what it looks like. Okay, so let's look at our specials. did I? Yeah, I showed you the, yes, we talked about them. All right. So let's start with the dust ones. Let's start with the two greens. There's the lighter green and the darker green. Remember, this is darker green, is very few, and then you have the lighter one here. So that's gonna be an anchor and like a sideways T hammer. Okay, so these are gonna be more scattered. So this is where I can bring you down here closer. So here we have the lighter one, some in here. Again, just a few lines, a line here, a square or four there, a line here, a couple lines here. And there, excuse me for the cough. I don't see on quick inspection any of those kind of sideways T hammer things. Again, over here, just a little bit, no, just a little bit over there, a little bit here. Kind of just, again, to accent, not very many. Right at the bottom of the screen are all those, that is the light green fairy dust, or dreamer dust. Again, up top here, this area, just a little bit. Okay, the darker green hammery things, dust drills are over here. Nope, can you see that? No, you can't. Okay, so here they are with this white symbol. Those are the dark green, right in here and over there. Here's the lighter one, lighter green, and lighter green there. Lighter green all up in here, quite a bit over in there in the section. And throughout here. Couple over there. Here we have a couple of the darker green in here, a couple of the lighter green there. Again, a couple of some in here of the lighter green. The lighter green in here, where you could see it going across under the black over there. That's where those are. Okay, and the other dust drill is this yellow one, and that is a C. So let's look for the C at the top first. Okay, so we'll see some C's, just a few scattered around again, in there and here, throughout like the sun over there, over here. We'll have a little bit over there. We'll have some of the, just a few over there, a couple there, a couple, few here, down there. We'll have a few lines throughout over here in the main. None over there. We'll have a few in the flower over here. We'll have some lines of them throughout her hair. All throughout her hair, there'll be lines of those. I mean, just the whole entire area. Don't have to pick out every spot, but you know, you'll see them all throughout her whole hair. You'll see lines of those. We have a few lines kind of in the flower, these yellow flowers as well. And do that there. And this patch right over here. So that's where those go. So now for the ABs, let's look for the orange one. And that will be the R. Again, that's the darker R, that's darker color. We'll have them scattered throughout the flowers. In here where the yellow and orange goes. Again, they'll be scattered throughout her braid here. And scattered throughout the flowers in here. Not too many. None in the main. Just in her hair, scattered through there. We will have some, again, the darker color in there, in here, a little there, not there, maybe a couple there. So that's where those orange ones will go. And then we have finished with these two, the light yellow and the sun yellow. So the sun yellow has more than the light yellow. So those will be, the bright yellow will be 7, and the light yellow will be 2. 7 and 2. So 7 is the bright one. So lots of 7s all up in here. All of that is the bright. And then we'll have them in here as well. And then on the outside we'll have the light yellow. We'll have some light yellows throughout in here, lines throughout here. And every so often you'll see a yellow, a darker one. Again, lots of darker ones throughout here. And you have some light ones over here. Light ones over here. Again, lots of those bright yellows throughout there. The bright yellows throughout her hair as well. Bright yellows over here. Again, throughout her hair, all throughout her hair. We will have the light yellows in here, over by the main in here. The bright one, the 7's here. The 2's there. And down into the flowers. Oops. We'll have some bright ones in here. And here and in here, lots of them. No light ones though, just the bright ones. Not the very light ones. All right. So, that is where all of the specials go. So, quick look at it. If I would change anything, add anything. I probably would add more to this main. I'm not going to say which colors right now, because there's a lots of different colors in here. But I will probably throw in crystals. It's harder because I don't have square crystals. I have square ABs of different colors, but I don't have very many square crystals. I'd have to get some. And so I don't want to buy a whole bunch of square crystals. So likelihood is it'll be AB kind of heavy. Maybe I might purchase 1 or 2 square crystals. But that would be depending on what I'm going to use them for, not only for this or maybe for something else, and how much I would use and that kind of stuff. So let's just say, I don't know what kind I would use, but it would be either both or just mostly ABs. But I would definitely add some to the main here. This definitely needs more zhuzhing up. I would not touch these trees here. I won't touch the suns or the blue background. Possibly might add a pink something or other in here. I wouldn't touch any of this stuff in here. Her hair, I think, has enough with those, the dust drills and the AB, the yellow AB. So I probably won't touch her hair. I won't touch the greenery here or the background. I wouldn't touch her outfit either, honestly. I don't. Not everything has to be completely zhuzhy, you know. I think a lot of it would go through the mane on the hair of the unicorn. And I think there's probably enough down in the flowers too. So that's kind of where my focus would really be, is in the hair and of course the eye. I would probably do these in mostly specials too. So there we have it. Emmaline and Legend. German Designs, again, 60 by 80 square. So tell me what you all think. Do you love it? Do you need it? Do you gotta have it? Now that you've seen her, I think you should. How can you pass on a unicorn and a Hannah? I mean, just fabulous. All right, thanks guys so much for watching. Again, this was part 204. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me. And I keep saying this is part 204. I don't know what order I'm going to put them in. That's this 204 of how I'm filming it. Because honestly, the one I'm still expecting that hasn't come in yet is the one I really want to put up right as soon as I get it. So we'll see what schedule this goes up. So don't really take my word on for the 204s, the 104s, the whatever's. It doesn't matter anyways. That's just me and my housekeeping. So again, thanks for joining me, guys. I really appreciate you all. And please, everybody, be safe, be happy, stay safe, be happy. And until next time, bye.